So this is my Ozark Trail Ridge mountain bike from Walmart. I just wanted to show off a few upgrades that I've done over time with it. I'd say that the two most notable ones are the paint job. So that's like cosmetically like the biggest upgrade I think. And then functionality wise has got to be the fork. I upgraded the fork from the spring-loaded Suntour. I forget which model, but it's a spring-loaded fork from Suntour that was pretty harsh, going over stuff. And I had changed out a fork on my specialized rock hopper, and that was a Suntour as well. And I used basically the same fork except for it was for 27.5-inch wheels, and this is for 29-inch wheels. That is the second, not the second, but it is a huge upgrade for me. I did the Microshift Advent derailleur. It came with some random other brand. I forgot what it was, but it did come stock with the Microshift Advent, which I thought was cool. I think they typically come stock with random off-brand stuff, or like I think L2. I forget which one, but like I've seen it like when I was at Walmart. I feel like they all had different brand like derailleurs and shifters. So the other upgrades I'm showing you are my 50/50 handlebars and the PNW Components handlebar grips. Oh, and also the Shimano MT200 hydraulic brakes. These come stock with mechanical disc brakes, which you can get by if you're just riding around the neighborhood or even like a very light novice trail. But these were really expensive. They're pretty easy to install, and I did actually route them throughout, like inside, like the internal routing. So I think I'm just trying to show you the Microshift Advent to see if I could get it clearly. I have to do a voiceover for this because there was my neighbor was like power washing his like backyard for like hours, so the audio was just got a huge ringing sound, and I figured I already filmed it, so let's just do a voiceover for this one. I think I'm showing off the grips now. They're the peanut butter color from PNW Components, in case you were wondering. So the stem, you could see the stem. It's like along with the handlebars, it's the 50/50 branded stem. And then now, kind of just showing off the paint job, seeing or showing you what it looks like. That's like where like internally cable routed the brake line, which I used. I forget which brand I used to help me, um, like line it through, like help me guide it through. It was like whatever brand it was, it had magnets that helped me guide it through the internal system there. Now I think I'm just showing off the RockShox Recon fork. I think it looks sick too. I like that black on black look. And I also kept the stock Kenda wheels and tires. I feel like the tires are good enough. Just showing off the air compression stuff. You get to fill it up with air to fit your size, like your weight. And then you have your compression settings as well. So this actually has like 5 levels of adjustment. Yeah, I think the fork makes a huge difference. Now just moving on to the crankset, I did the 50/50 to keep it on brand, the 50/50 pedals. I think this is also called peanut butter color. Um, if not, like there's only one color that really looks like this. So like if you're looking for this color, there shouldn't be any other like maybe this is the color. Um, and then after that, we've got the IXF crankset, the hollow bracket crankset, and that was pretty easy to install. Like the biggest thing about these installs, honestly, They're not hard to do. You just have to have the tools to install them and to take out the stock stuff that's already there and then install them. And then I have the snail, I think it's called the snail 32 tooth chainring. Also super easy to install. Like, you really just need like Allen wrenches, and I think you're good there. And then after that, like, that's pretty much the bike. I just wanted to show off like the bike itself after, like, now that it's been completed for a while. But I just haven't taken the time to like show you guys what I did. I think the Walmart bike is a really cool bike stock as it is, but it is cool to just like have something to upgrade over time if you're into that thing. Like, I learned so much about just doing basic upgrades, I feel like. Even if you're just upgrading the grips, the handlebar grips, or like the pedals. My first upgrade was the pedals, you know? And then you have to think like, how do you loosen, how do you tighten it? Because on each side it's different. So it's cool. It was a nice learning process. I'm proud of it. The bike is still too big for me, even in a size small. I'm 5'4", with a 32 or 30-inch inseam, but it's still like my back still hurts a little bit when I'm walking, or not walking, when I'm riding this thing. The other thing I'm showing in the video is that stem cap, I think it's called, with the cool like iridescent screw. That I thought was cool looking. So yeah, that's just like a tiny, cosmetic upgrade that I did there as well. Yeah, and that's pretty much the bike. It looks like a totally different bike to me. I don't know if I'm going to do any other upgrades to this thing, especially since like it doesn't really fit me that well. I pretty much just use it to ride around the neighborhood and use it as a loaner bike to anyone who wants to ride it. Yeah, but that's it. That's the bike.